Hey there. You ever get those like huge, exciting goals, but then, life just has a way of,
Happening.
yeah, exactly. Like, how do we actually stay focused on those big ambitions and, make them happen? Well, that's what we're diving into today, getting into like the practical ways to actually make those big goals a reality.
It's interesting because our brains, they aren't really wired for that long-term thinking. Like we're all about that instant gratification, right?
Well, tell me about it.
So when we're talking about achieving these big goals, it often means like giving our brain a little, I guess you could say, a little hack.
Ooh, a hack. I like it.
Right.
Okay, so how do we trick our brains into staying the course? Give me the first secret weapon.
Well, the first one is, I know it seems maybe a little obvious, but it's breaking those massive goals down. Like make them smaller, more manageable tasks. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Chunk it down. I've
Yeah.
heard that before, but I'm guessing there's got to be more to it than just like making a to-do list.
Absolutely. It's about perspective, too. I mean, think about it. If you tell yourself, write a novel,
Oh gosh, yeah, forget it.
it can feel impossible. But if you say, okay, I'm going to write for 30 minutes each morning, that feels, doable.
Way less intimidating.
Exactly. And, so often just starting is the hardest part.
Ugh, isn't that the truth? I remember when I was writing my first screenplay, felt totally stuck. But then I was like, okay, 15 minutes, just set a timer, that's it. And often that turned into an hour because once I got going, I couldn't stop. So I guess that's what you mean about the smaller tasks.
It's like instead of this massive mountain, you're facing like a series of hills.
Okay, love it. So we've chunked it down, we're taking action, but how do we stay motivated over time? Keep that fire going.
This is where I think visualization is so powerful.
Okay, wait, before you go on, I'm not talking about those like vision boards with the glitter and all that.
No, no, not quite. Although, hey, if that works for you,
No judgment.
this is more about really creating that vivid image in your mind, like a mental picture. What does it feel like to achieve that goal? What do you see? Who's there with you when you achieve it? How do you feel? The more you can engage your senses, almost like you're really there, the more real that goal becomes and the more it can motivate you to keep pushing.
Oh, that's good. It's like giving your brain a little preview of the reward.
Exactly. And speaking of rewards, let's not forget about celebrating those milestones along the way.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
the milestones,
Yeah.
like mini celebrations as you're on that journey, which, by the way, I think is just as important as the destination itself.
100%. And it's like our brains, they thrive on those rewards. So when you acknowledge that progress, maybe it's a little treat, maybe it's just a moment of really appreciating how far you've come, it reinforces that positive feedback loop. And that's what keeps you going, especially when it starts to get a little harder.
It's true. We all need those little wins, those little, yes, I'm doing it moments. Okay, so we've chunked it down, visualized, we're setting those milestones. Anything else we can do to set ourselves up for success?
One of the biggest things is stay flexible.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hmm.
Because, newsflash, life, it rarely goes according to plan. Am I right?
Never. And that's
Yeah.
okay. This isn't about giving up on your goal when things get tough. It's about adjusting, maybe trying a different path. Think of it like you're navigating a maze.
Ooh, I like that.
You might hit some dead ends. You'll definitely need to take some detours, but you keep your eye on the prize, that final destination.
It's about being adaptable. Love it. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about tracking our progress. I gotta say, I'm a big fan of the checklist.
Oh, checklists are great, but really, whatever works best for you, maybe it's a visual tracker, bullet journal, even just voice notes to yourself. The key is make it a habit, because even tracking those small wins, it can be incredibly motivating.
It's true, because it's so easy to like get caught up in the day-to-day and then we lose sight of the bigger picture. So I love that reminder to actually build in that reflection time.
Yeah, because when you track your progress, it reminds you of how far you've come, and that just reinforces your commitment to achieving everything you set out to do.
It's like a visual reminder that you're capable. So there you have it, everyone. Simple but crazy effective strategies to help you reach those big, scary, audacious goals. Now, I'm curious, what resonated most with you? And what's one small action you can take today to just get started?
Yeah, and remember, even those small steps, if you do them consistently, those can lead to really extraordinary results.